And that's why now I can confidently say that this is going to be the first and last video you need to watch upon website migration on WordPress. So hey guys, what's up? My name is Manshu and welcome to my channel. So guys, in this video I'm going to explain you how you can migrate your site without using any plugin or any external software, because here I'm going to teach you how you can migrate your site manually from scratch till the end. And by manually I mean actually going to the backend of the hosting, copying the database, copying the server, and then pasting it or extracting it to the new hosting. And don't worry if you're not technical, because it's not going to be a technical. It is just 6 simple steps which you follow step by step how I explain you. You will be able to migrate a site in a matter of seconds. Okay, so no need to worry from that end. And not only this, I've seen that people just watch video and feel that it's very easy, but when they actually go ahead and do it, they start facing some backend issues which are generally not explained in the videos, but not here. I've basically taken on 5 major issues or 5 major mistakes which you could be doing while shifting a site from the old hosting to the new hosting, and I've covered step by step how you can fix those mistakes as well. And that's why now I can confidently say that this is going to be the first and last video you need to watch upon website migration on WordPress. So with that said, let's get started. Alright, so the first and foremost step should be taking backup of your website data. So first we'll take backup of our file, which is basically public_HTML file. So go to the backend of your site and go to the file manager and then click on the public HTML. Here you can see all the data of your site. So first you need to choose all the files here and then right click and do compress. And now choose your either zip or tar and then click on compress file, and here you can see the path where your backup will be saved and click on compress files. And now depending on your server speed, it will take some time to create a compress file of your entire site, and finally your compressed file is done. And now you can see my compressed file name is wellknown.zip. Now you just need to do right click and download this file to your computer. And finally we have taken backup of our entire site and saved it to our computer. And now let's go to the second step, which means taking backup of our website database. So for that, click on phpMyAdmin and choose your database name and just click on export button and then scroll down and click on go. And you have successfully taken the backup of your database and saved it into your local PC. Now here is one more thing. There might be a chance that there might be 2-3 databases on your phpMyAdmin. Then how to know which is the database of your site? So for that, go to the public_HTML file, then scroll down and go to wp-config file and open it. And here click on edit, and here you can see 3 options: db username, db password, and db name. So just copy all the 3 files, I mean all the 3 text, and paste it in a notepad, and the db name should be the name of your database, so make sure you match that. Now that we are done with the backup part, now let's go to the third step, which is buying a new hosting and domain. If you want a best hosting under a reasonable price, I am gonna recommend you Hostinger. I've been using Hostinger for the last 2 years and I haven't faced any problem as such. You can see right now they are going almost 70% off, and you can grab a server along with a free domain with as low as 139 rupees per month. If I scroll down, and you can see they have 3 plans: single, web hosting, premium, and business. So I am basically into this plan, but you can buy any of it, but this is I think one of the best plan, because if I scroll down, you can see here you will get almost 100 sites to host, then 100 GB SSD storage, and almost 25,000 visitors it can handle. And the best part is that you are going to get free domain and a free SSL as well. And if you are not satisfied with the hosting, you can definitely refund it, because there is a 30 days money back guarantee. And I think these all features makes it one of the best hosting. So to grab this hosting, just scroll up and click on this add to cart, and here you can choose for what month you want. Like I want for 12 months, which means 1 year. I'll scroll down, and here you can choose any of the payment. They even support crypto as well. Okay, but you can choose any of the payment you want. And here you can see you have a free Cloudflare protection as well and free domain. So this domain you can see at your control panel. So once you buy the hosting, you will get an option in the control panel to buy a domain from there for free. Okay, now you can scroll down and you can see the price here, and then just click on this submit secure payment and your hosting and domain will be bought. And also guys, if you're facing any issue on how to buy hosting and domain and how to set up WordPress upon that, I have made a complete video where I have actually bought live hosting and domain here in Hostinger and set up the complete WordPress website upon that. I leave the link of the same in the description, so do check it out as well. And also guys, the best buy link of the Hostinger is in the description below, so do check it out that as well. Alright, now the fourth step is pointing our domain to the hosting. So how to do that? So for that, go to the Hostinger dashboard here, or the backend basically, and here you can see I have a free domain option. Since I bought the premium plan, I got the free domain here, so here I can claim one free domain. But for now, like, I have my domain already hosted in the GoDaddy, so I need to basically point that domain to this hosting. So for that, you need to do two steps. Copy your name server of the hosting and paste it to the domain. I'll show you. So first, here is the Hi Himanshu. I'll go to the manage here. So basically this is the hosting, okay, or the hosting backend. I'll scroll down and here you can see Hostinger name server. So I need to copy these two name servers here. So I'll copy this. Okay, now I'll go to my domain, which is basically in the GoDaddy account. So I'll go to the GoDaddy here. So in GoDaddy, you need to go to the profile and click on this my product, and you will come to the DNS section. So here scroll down and here you can see we have an option like change. So just click on this change, and here you have an option to paste. Okay, so since I've already pasted, I'm not going to paste it again, but you got the idea, right? And not only for this hosting, if you have any other hosting or any other domain, for all hosting provider they have a DNS option. Okay, so basically mark these words: copy the name server of your hosting and paste it to the name server area of your domain. That's it. Now let's come to the step 5, which is uploading our website data back to the new hosting. So for that, go to the backend and go to the Edge panel. Now click on the file manager and you can see the public HTML file. Click on that and you can see there is no data inside our hosting. So for uploading, just click on upload and just choose the compressed file which we have taken backup and click on upload. So it will take some time here. And now you can see we have uploaded our compressed file. Now just right click on the extracted file and click on extract. Here just choose dot, which means that extraction will be done on the same folder, and click on extract. Now it will take some time here, and finally our file is extracted. Now you can see that it is inside data_new. So I need to actually move it to the main folder or the home page, which is public_html. So for that I need to move the entire data into the front folder. So I'll just choose everything and then do right click and move, and here I'll change the path and just choose public_html and click on move. And finally your entire site data will come at the home page. And now we can remove the data new folder here. And yes, our entire site data is successfully migrated. Now let's come to the last step, which is uploading our database. So for that, go to the MySQL database section. Now here you need to create a database. So just give any database name here, database username and database password. And you can see our database is, and here you can see I have two database because here one more site is hosted here, but you need to click on your phpMyAdmin here and just choose your database here and go to import and just choose file. Here you need to choose the SQL file which we downloaded from the old hosting. Choose it and click on select, and now scroll down and click on go. And finally our complete database is successfully migrated. Okay, now we are left with the one last thing, which is pointing or connecting our database with our website. So how to do that? So for that, open your public_html file and go to the wp-config.php file. Open this file, and here you can see db name, db username and db password. So now go back to your MySQL database and copy the db database name, db user and db password. Copy the exact name and paste it there. So first I'll copy the db name, then I'm gonna go back and again take the db user and I'll copy the db username, and finally I'll paste the password. And now click on save and close. And now we have done all the steps which are required to migrate our site. Now let's go to the site and refresh. And you can see the site is still not working. Now if you followed my all the 6 steps correctly, there is 95% of chance that your website is migrated successfully and will start working from the very next second. But there is still 5% of chance that your website might not work, because I came into that 5%. Frankly speaking, website migration is not a difficult job, but there are few key points or few minute things which could go wrong, and because of which it can become a really tedious process. Okay, and that's why even people are charging for it. And that's why I've made this session of the video where I'll be explaining you 4 to 5 key points or the mistakes which you are doing because of which your website is not migrating properly. So let's start with mistake number 1. So mistake number 1 can be error establishing database connection, and this simply means that your database is not correctly linked with your public_html files. So for that you need to go to the backend and go to the public_html file, and now open the wp-config.php file, which is this one. And here you need to basically match your database. Okay, like I can see here db name is this one, so and my actual database name should also be the same, and you have to match each and everything and make sure that there is no space after the semicolon. Okay, and make sure that you also match the db host name, which means that if you go here and if you check this MySQL host name is localhost, this should be same as here MySQL host name. Okay, and once you have matched all the 4 things, just click on save and close and refresh your site and it will start working. Alright, the second error is issue while uploading files. Okay, and this is a very common issue, and even I face this issue. So what happens is that when you go here and extract all the files, there might be some issue in the server because of which some files might be missing while uploading. Okay, and this is not your issue, this is the company's or the server's fault. Okay, then to fix that you basically need to match each and every files which you uploaded here is matching with the backup data which you have taken. Okay, but again this could be a tedious and a time taking process. So in spite of that, you can just mail your company or mail your hosting support team like I did. I just gave them my database and the public HTML file and asked them to upload, and they uses FTP technique to upload the files, which is safe and fast. Okay, so they did that and finally my site started working. So you can also do the same. There could be SSL not activated on your website, and this is also a very common error and faced by almost every one of us. Okay, so there might be a chance that if you are hosting 2 sites on a single hosting, they might give SSL for one and not for the other. So you can do here 2 things. Either you can just mail to your support team and ask them to give one more SSL for your other site. Okay, and Hostinger was kind enough to give me a free SSL as well. But in the worst case, if the company is not providing you an extra SSL, just go to the Cloudflare account, create your free account and just link your name server with the Cloudflare, and Cloudflare will give you an free SSL to your hosting. Okay, also Cloudflare works on cloud storage, which means it is more fast and secure, so you can definitely try it out. So the fourth issue is domain already in use, and I know this is not a common error. This is faced by very few people like us. Okay, and let's understand it. What is this issue and how you can actually fix it? So what is this issue? So let's see this with an example. Let's say you have a hosting on your GoDaddy account, okay, and you are migrating that hosting from the GoDaddy to your Hostinger account. Okay, so what you will do, you will first copy the database and the public underscore HTML files and upload it to your Hostinger account, and you will point the Hostinger name server to your GoDaddy domain. So here you are not actually moving your domain, you are keeping your domain at the GoDaddy account only. You are just pointing your domain to your Hostinger account. Okay, now even if a GoDaddy account has expired, the hosting data remains there for almost 1 to 2 months before actually completely removing from the server. Okay, so all the hosting company thinks that the user can renew the account after 1 to 2 months also, so let's keep the data in the database. Now if you go to your Hostinger and you will go to the hosting here, and if you'll add website, and now you will give the site name here and give any password here to add site, you will get that error, that is domain already in use. Why? Because still the data is present in your GoDaddy hosting, and still some part is still pointing to that hosting. Okay, so for that you need to go to the GoDaddy hosting backend and remove that complete site, or basically deactivate the account. So how you can do that? So since I don't have an GoDaddy account right now, I'll show you in the Hostinger. So let's suppose this is my hosting old account, okay, and I want to move it to the new account. So first I'll go to the old account here, I'll click on this manage here, and now go here and type deactivate. You can see we have an option here, deactivate account. Just click over here. Okay, just check this box and click here delete website. So now the entire site will be deleted from your old hosting. Now you can go to the new hosting here, and now just add site, and now if you'll give the domain name and the password, your site will be added here. Okay, and don't worry if you got confused, you can watch this part again, and if you have any further doubt, you can definitely comment in the comment section below and I'll make sure to reply it. Okay, and don't worry, it is not a common error, it is faced by very few people, but unfortunately if you face that error, I have explained you how to fix that. And the last mistake is not contacting with the support team. So many times I've seen that people start trying things by their own, which is good, you'll get a lot to learn, but the thing is that playing with the database and playing with the website files could be a tricky process, because if you miss or delete some important files, it will become a hell lot of process even for the support team to help you now. Okay, so here you need to do two things. First, try to fix that error by your own, but if you feel that you have given your best and still now the error has not been resolved, just don't panic. Just go to the second step, which is email or call your support team. Okay, and they will definitely help you out. Their job is to help you out, and they will not only fix your error, they will actually go ahead and explain you why that error occurred and how they fixed it. Okay, so anyway you are going to learn. Okay, and with that we have finished all the important errors or the mistakes which you might be doing, because of which your site was not migrating. Now that we have fixed all the errors, let's go to our browser and let's open our site again, and you can see our site is now working. Okay, and guys, apart from that, if you want me or my team to do website migration for you, or website development, or any other digital marketing services, you can either go to my site, which is growonline.com, or basically I leave a form below. Just fill out that form in detail, put your requirements in detail, and me and my team will get back to you. Okay, alright, so finally guys, I've explained you step by step how you can actually migrate your site from scratch without using any external plugin or any external software. Okay, you just need to follow these 6 steps and you will be able to migrate your site very easily. And if you face any issue, I've covered those issues as well. And also guys, it took me almost a week to record this video because I want to cover each and every steps, okay, because I want to make it a full pro video so that you need to go anywhere else just to watch website migration. So this is gonna be a complete video where you will learn how to migrate your site, and I hope I was able to keep my promise. Okay, and guys, if you like this video, do give it a like and please subscribe my channel because it motivates me to create such awesome and informative videos for you. And guys, I'm also active on Instagram, so do follow me there as well. So with that said, thank you for watching guys. See you next time. Take care.